If you want to become a successful artist in 2026 and make 2026 your best year ever, this video is for you. My name is Oliver. I've sold over 200,000 worth of my art and sold even paintings for up to 24K. Not by luck or with a gallery, or I didn't even have a website, by the way. And then also no big following, nothing. Literally everything by focusing on the key principles that most artists miss. And if you start implementing these principles, you're gonna be successful. It will take a little bit of time because everything that you wanna achieve takes time. You need to plant seeds. But the thing is, most artists don't plant the right seeds. So even over time, nothing really is blossoming and changing. Nothing is growing. They're still stuck in the same cycle. If you want to break out of this and finally become a successful artist, I will help you. Because I know how hard it was in the beginning. I started painting in 2017 and I just did it for myself, just, kind of to heal and to calm my mind. In the beginning, it was very hard to sell. Most people didn't buy. I had some luck. I wouldn't call it luck, but it felt like luck in the beginning. And I didn't know how to repeat these sales, but I didn't give up. And then in 2019, I started selling more and more. I started learning a strategy from an artist that helped me for free. She's really amazing. And in 2020, I took that strategy to the next level through the help with a business coach. And that's when everything blew up. So in 2020, I quit my job. Within 45 days of hiring this coach, I made 26,000 USD. Pretty amazing. And that changed my life. It literally changed my life. So 2020 was my year, where it wasn't just about hopes and wishes anymore, New Year resolutions and all that stuff. No, 2020 was the year. I made it happen. And if you're not there yet, 2026 can be your year. But you have to stop wishing and dreaming and hoping, and you need to start committing and taking it really, really serious. But if you are able to do that, if you're really committed, if you really want to do that, listen to the whole video because I'm going to explain you how. So the first thing you want to do is become crystal clear on your vision as an artist. And then the second thing is ask yourself, why do you want that? And go really deep. Don't take this lightly. I told you, this is for committed artists. Right? If you're really done with waiting and hoping and repeat the same things, the same frustration and disappointment, then you have to take this serious. And I know it sounds so simple, right? So most artists, I heard this before, and they click away. But really take this serious. If you don't have a crystal clear vision and a vision that excites you, and you don't know why you want that, you will lack the fuel to get there. Because it's not easy. If it would be easy, every artist would be successful. But the reality is the opposite. Most artists are not successful. So don't do what every other artist is doing. Do it differently. Do what I did because I've done it. And the first thing that I've done is become crystal clear on my vision and why I want it, because that really got me excited. I was very shy and introverted. I didn't want to talk to people. But when I had this vision, on one point this vision became stronger and stronger and more exciting. And at one point it was more important than my fears. Me being shy and introverted. That wasn't that important anymore. I still needed to overcome it by facing these fears and actually talk to people, something I didn't want to do. But I did it because the vision became stronger. And now is the perfect time to plan your vision for 2026. What do you want to achieve in 2026 and why do you want it? Write everything down. And then the next thing, reflect on this year and all the other years, but specifically this year, 2025. What do you think was missing? Why didn't it work? Or why didn't you achieve the goals you wanted to achieve? Most artists stop because they didn't achieve the goals and then they feel like failures. I don't want you to feel like a failure. Every time you didn't succeed, you learned something. And these lessons, they will pile up and make you wiser and stronger and give you actually what you need to be a success. You don't get there without making mistakes or failures. It's also I made so many mistakes, so many failures, but I didn't give up. I didn't let them hold me back. And I didn't interpret it in a way I'm a failure. No, I'm not. I did things wrong, but I learned from it. And now I'm better because of them. So reflect as well on all the mistakes you've done, all the reasons you think it didn't work, and become crystal clear on these things. And then once you have them, write down what you can do differently for 26. But having this audit of the past is very powerful. For most artists, the past and the mistakes and failures are just somewhere in their mind and they keep coming up. It's almost like these voices, they come up in the worst moments when you are trying to do something, when you're trying to talk to someone, then they come all up out of nothing, right? And it's almost uncontrollable. But bringing them onto paper and looking at them in a more systematic way, trying to actually learn from them is very powerful. So once they're on paper, write down what you can do better, what you learn from these things. Because that's exactly what you want to take in 2026. And you want to take the lessons and the things you learn from these mistakes and failures into 2026. And then you want to start thinking about how you get there. And with the how, I mean not trying to figure out every single step all at once. No, what I mean is like the how that resonates most with you. For example, I want to do live paintings, or I want to reach out to companies, or I want to do social media, only social media and travel. I don't want to do exhibitions, I just want to do it all online. Or maybe it is, I want to do exhibitions all over the world. Or I want to sell prints. Or I want to only sell originals and commissions for super high prices. So become clear of the way you want to achieve that, the path you want to take. Because I can tell you from experience, so many things can work. And with the time, like Maria Brophy, my business partner, she built multiple streams of income, but she did one by one, right? So you have to choose one thing. Choose the thing that resonates with you the most. Art licensing is another thing. Maria made a lot of money with art licensing, but you have to choose something because you do need to focus. Like maybe one of the things that you did wrong this year was like being distracted all over the place, not knowing what to focus on, doing multiple things and nothing works. Not making steps forward because you feel paralyzed or stuck or whatever, right? Maybe these are some of the mistakes you've done. And I actually did these mistakes again and again and again till I finally learned from them and didn't do it again. And I heard it from so many successful people. Focus is key. Whatever you focus on will grow. And in business, it's even more important because if you spread your focus in 10 different things, you use your energy, which is finite, right? You recover every single day. When you go to sleep and wake up the next morning, you recovered your energy. If you don't have a good sleep, you didn't fully recover your energy. If you have a lot of stress, you recovered even less energy, right? But let's just say you have a good night's sleep and you recover all the energy that you have. Then you start again with the finite energy you have, right? And if you do like, let's say 5 different things, you cut this in 5 pieces, right? You're not getting 5 times this energy or time. No, you cut that time and energy into 5 small pieces. And then you put these 5 small pieces into each thing, right? In these different things. And that's the amount of progress you make in all of these things. But if you would use this amount of energy, all what you have, to one strategy, one method, one way, you take all of that and put it into this one avenue. And I guarantee you, you're going to see progress and success so much faster. And if you want to learn from me, like the strategy I did, I have a whole program in the Art Money Success Mastermind that I co-founded with Maria Brophy. She sold millions in art, by the way. So if you want to check that out and go through my social media training, the link is in the description. We actually have a free trial right now. I don't know for how long, but you can check it out for free. The link is down below. And so once you decided like how you want to get there, like what path resonates with you the most, then start learning everything that you can about that one path. But you cannot do what you don't know. If you have missing information, get that information. Research online, join a community, get a coach, whatever you need to do. But you need to get the knowledge on how to do it. You can also figure it out on your own, but you're probably gonna need to make more mistakes because you're figuring something out where you have no idea how to do that. Right? So getting some information from someone that already has done it is extremely powerful. And then once you have the information, then you need to start putting it into action. You have to start doing it. You have to implement it. And you have to stay accountable as well, which is very hard for a lot of artists. And then a lot of blockages as well, like a lot of distractions or giving energy to things or people that don't serve them, things and people that actually drain you. And then you don't have any energy left for your art. So there could be so many reasons, but yeah, you need to put things into action. You have to actually implement what you're learning. And I do believe like for artists that are starting, even if you're not starting, I mean, literally with my strategy, just using Facebook, I've sold so much art. And that's all I've done. I didn't do any exhibitions, nothing. As I said, I put all this energy and focus into one thing. I was chatting with people every single day. And all I did is define my ideal buyer based on my why, like my purpose as an artist, then look for groups where I believe they are hanging out in and make a post with an inspiring story or introducing myself with a picture of me and an artwork, and then just waiting and seeing how many people like it and comment. And if there are a lot of people that like and comment, I know it's a good group. So I save the group on a tracking sheet or somewhere. If I don't have any good groups, if I don't get any likes and comments, then I need to search for more groups, think outside of the box. But once I have some good groups, then I'm basically all the time just sending friends requests, sending messages to people, and start building relationships. So it's super easy to do. You can do it from home, you can do it anywhere, and you don't need any experience. With Instagram, for example, you need to learn the algorithm, and it takes more upfront because you need to understand how to edit videos, how to research viral content. You need to know how to film it. It's a bit of a longer process, honestly. But Instagram is also very powerful. But as I said, like Facebook, anyone can start it anytime. All you need is like time and energy and effort. That's it. Then you can sell with it. And I actually taught this strategy to an artist, 2024. She wanted me to coach her in the beginning. I didn't want to, but on one point, like she was very persistent, so I said yes. So I coached her for 3 months. She never sold art ever before. And she painted her artworks on an iPad, digital art. She printed them out. Never sold anything. 3 months later, made 17,000 from her art with this exact strategy. Nothing else. No exhibition, no other strategy, no Instagram, just this. And she was similar to other artists. She was also asking, but should I also do this? Should I also do this? And I kept telling her, no, right now you just focus on the basic, the foundation. And she did. She made 17,000 from her art in 3 months, which is pretty cool. And if you keep on doing that, you're going to make more. It's very simple. Success isn't difficult. You just need to know. You need a strategy. If you don't know any strategy, you need to get information, get your hands onto the strategy, any strategy that would work for you, and then you need to implement it. Become good at the strategy, do it again and again and again, learn from your mistakes, because if it doesn't work in the beginning, you're doing some things probably wrong or misunderstood something or don't understand the full strategy, and that's a process, right? Some are faster learner than others, but it doesn't matter. If you don't give up and you stay consistent, you get there. I made another video where I actually talked about how to make 5,000 in 5 days, where I go deeper into my Facebook strategy. So watch that, I put it somewhere there. And I really made this video in the perspective of making 5,000 in 5 days, which is like a lot of money in a short period of time. So it's very focused and strategic and no wasting time. Because in 5 days, you need to achieve quite a lot. So it's a powerful video. So watch that if you want to know more about the Facebook strategy. If you want to join the mastermind, check it out for free. Click the link below in the description. And I hope to see you in the other videos. Let me know if this video was helpful, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.